Hello and welcome to another episode of Raw Politics. It is my hope, ladies and gentlemen, that you're doing fine wherever you are. I'm also okay. Apart from spectacularly flopping, Rigathi Gachagwa's homecoming had another challenge. It was snubbed by the members of the so-called United Opposition. And as such, there are questions people are asking, why would these members of the United Opposition refuse to join one of their own during his grand homecoming? Some are saying this shows the end of opposition as we know it. Some are saying these people have been fighting all along and etc. And so there are so many theories out there. I thought I share with you the three reasons why I think these opposition leaders did not see it wise to join Rigathi Gachagua. If that is a topic that interests you, I am urging you to stay tuned. And if you're watching this channel for the first time, take a second, subscribe to the channel so that you're notified whenever we produce videos of this nature. And of course, if you're finding value from these videos, don't forget to hit the like button. Ladies and gentlemen, like I told you, the opposition leaders, the ones that are in the United Opposition, snubbed Rigathi's homecoming. We all agree that Rigathi's homecoming was hyped and it flopped. It was so bad that even picking Rigathi from the airport almost ended up in a stampede. It was that pathetic. Apart from the fact that he did not even dare go to Kamkunji, not because he was stopped from going there, but he knew that there were no people to address there. It would have shown him as a lightweight in an area that he claims he rules. Remember, Rigathi wants you to believe that he rules Nairobi. And going to Kamkunji, mobilizing people to Kamkunji within that short time or under the leadership of Malala was not going to be possible. Nairobi is a very difficult county to mobilize people because people are so money-minded. But I digress. What I wanted to tell you is why I think Kalonzo, Eugene, Natembeya, Matiang'i, and the rest didn't find it interesting to join Rigathi Gachagua when he jetted back in the country. The first reason, in my opinion, has everything to do with how exclusive DCP wanted this event to be. It is them who set the stage. When they were calling press conferences to address this issue, it was a DCP affair. They are the ones who made it exclusive. They did not involve the likes of Kalonzo, neither did they involve the likes of Martha Karua in the organization of this grand reception. You remember when Raila Odinga went to the United States and he came back, the Baba while you were away. Those of you who are old enough know that. What happened is the likes of Kalonzo and other opposition leaders also joined because they were part and parcel of the organization of the reception. In this case, however, DCP decided to be selfish. They wanted it to be a DCP show. They didn't see the need to bring in other leaders. So Matiang'i, Natembeya, Kalonzo Musyoka, Martha Karua, and all these people and the likes of Eugene might have felt that since they don't want us there, since they want it to be a DCP thing, let us not force ourselves. So in my opinion, that would be the first reason. The approach DCP took. DCP decided through Malala to make it their own affair, a party affair. And these other people are not members of DCP. So it is understandable when they refuse, when they don't see the need of gate crashing, if you may. I think that is the first reason. That's the first reason. The approach DCP took. They made it a party event as opposed to an opposition event. That is something they didn't learn from how Raila organized his homecoming. Now, the second reason, in my opinion, would have everything to do with ego. You see, Rigathi Gachagua spent, I think, 1 month in the United States. And in that 1 month, he did everything to make it clear to every member of the opposition that he was their superior. And Rigathi wasn't wrong, by the way, because when he was away, when he was not in the country, the people you thought would have taken over and made a name for themselves, the likes of Kalonzo and Matiang'i, disappeared or followed him to the United States. So he painted himself as their father. In fact, Rigathi said, of all the opposition presidential candidates, he was far ahead. And so out of ego, bruised ego, they also felt, these opposition leaders, the likes of Eugene, Kalonzo, Matiang'i, felt that if they went to welcome Rigathi Gachagua, it would be admitting that he was right, that he is their leader. And that would not give them an equal chance to negotiate. Because if you've already agreed that Rigathi Gachagua is your de facto leader, then why not just give him the ticket? Why negotiate? So out of ego, to protect their chances of negotiation, I think they saw that going to JKIA to be subservient to Rigathi Gachagua was going to work against them. That is the second reason, ladies and gentlemen, protecting their ego. Because Rigathi Gachagua had painted a picture of him being the superior, the supremo, and these people being his juniors. If they went to meet him, it would have vindicated him. The third reason why these leaders felt no need to go and join Rigathi Gachagua has to do with the sentiments of Rigathi's supporters. You see, some of Rigathi's supporters, very vocal supporters like the senator of Kiambu, the senator of Murang'a, this lawyer Ndegwa guy, they have been very vocal in painting other opposition leaders as opportunists who are coming to reap where they did not sow. In fact, they have singled out Matiang'i as a mole. To quote Ndegwa, the lawyer, he said that Matiang'i is a Ruto mole. It's a state project. Somebody that Ruto has deployed to wreck and destroy the chances of opposition ever winning. That, ladies and gentlemen, is something that did not go well with other members of the opposition. Because when they hear that you've already started painting them as sellouts, or you've already started painting them as moles, even if it were true, it makes them feel like they don't need to give you the support you need. Because you see, if Kalonzo, Matiang'i, and others went to receive Rigathi, they would have given him some credibility. It would have been better than it was, though it was a complete flop. But with the likes of Matiang'i, the likes of Kalonzo, Eugene, Natembeya, all these people coming with their supporters to receive Rigathi, it would have been a big thing. In fact, they would have ended up to Kamkunji and even addressed Tarali. But these people are feeling like the tone with which supporters of Rigathi have been addressing other opposition leaders, painting them as opportunists, painting them as people who have just come to reap where they did not sow. I think that has also led to the feeling that we are not appreciated, and so we are not going to give this guy some credence. I think those three, if you asked me, are the reasons why the opposition leaders snubbed Rigathi's homecoming. Now, there is this argument that this could be an indication that the opposition is falling apart. Well, the chances of the opposition as it is currently constituted falling apart are high. But I don't think it is going to happen now. Because these opposition leaders, as of now, they share one thing: bitterness against William Ruto. That is something Eugene, Natembeya, Matiang'i, Kalonzo, Rigathi share. Martha Karua. They share a bitterness towards William Ruto. The reason why they are bitter are different. The likes of Rigathi is bitter because he's been removed from power. So he wants Ruto to suffer. The likes of Eugene, who are looking at themselves as ministers in Azimio and enjoying life. Now that Ruto won, they feel like Ruto removed food from their mouth. The likes of Matiang'i are the same. Matiang'i would be a very powerful minister today if Raila Odinga had made it to power. Raila Odinga would have been forced to make Matiang'i to continue as the CS for Interior. So people are bitter for various reasons. And that bitterness, ladies and gentlemen, is what is joining them. That is what is bringing them together. For now, that is the glue that is holding the opposition we have. It's not agenda. You know very well that they don't have any agenda. They have even said it plainly that we don't have an agenda. We will figure out the agenda later. For now, what we want is Ruto out of office. And so far, I don't think that has changed. They may have squabbles, like I've told you. Some of them may not be very happy with how supporters of Rigathi are speaking and condescending, but the bitterness is stronger and it is a uniting factor. So they will still remain united. As to whether they are going to be effective, that I can tell you they are not going to be effective because the opposition is not reaching new people. Ladies and gentlemen, for you to be very effective as an opposition, you must be reaching new people. Rigathi is not reaching new people. He's not getting or attracting more people to hate Ruto with him. No, he's just relying on the hatred the Kikuyus now have towards Ruto for bringing Raila on board. Nothing else. The likes of Eugene don't call shot anywhere. Of course, Matiang'i was depending on the Gen Zs. These Gen Zs are the youth wing of Rigathi Gachagua. So they are not reaching new people. That means they are not going to be effective. But as far as causing dramas and making outrageous allegations, that one, give it to them. They will say anything they want to say. Expect press conferences and even ugly scenes moving forward. Now that Rigathi Gachagua is back to give them the courage they needed to continue with their dramas. I think, ladies and gentlemen, I have shared with you what was in my mind, which are the 3 reasons why the opposition leaders did not meet Rigathi at the airport. And just in case you've forgotten, first, DCP decided to make it exclusive, a party affair. 2, Rigathi had made it look like he's the king of the opposition, and if these people went there, they would be vindicating him. And of course, third is about internal wrangles. The way the DCP guys have been speaking about other opposition leaders has made them to feel like they don't need to give Rigathi the support he needs. Ladies and gentlemen, if you found value in this video, let me know in the comment section. Let us engage. Feel free. If you differ, let me know also in the comment section. I appreciate your comments, and I also thank you for taking your time to watch these videos. Those of you who have subscribed, thank you a lot. And those of you who are yet to subscribe, take a second, subscribe to the channel, and also like this video as well as share it with your friends. In case you want to know why Rigathi's grand homecoming was a complete flop, watch this video.